Tally ho everyone, and welcome back to Jade Empire. And we are playing as Scholarling, or as I renamed her, to Xanadu Jing. Or Xanadu Jin. You know what I mean. So anyways, let's talk to more students.
Gao does not have the patience to properly learn what Master Li is trying to teach us.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital.
Ah.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City.
Ah, I like the sound of this Imperial City. If you are here, you belong here. Why do you doubt yourself? If you believe that you are inferior, you make it true. If you are too weak to be at the school, you better leave. Why do you doubt yourself?
Settled in. My studies in the Imperial City were far inferior to the instruction you've had. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your match. How long have you studied with Master Li?
I've studied. The only one who has been here almost as long as Dawnstar. Mind your own business. No, I'm not gonna play the jerk. But I will, I will make judgments that I wouldn't ordinarily make. I would ordinarily make, sorry. Screwed up my words there, so... I'd say, yeah, the top one.
You and Dawnstar have both had a lifetime of training under Master Li. He is stern with you, but you sure can see that he's proud as well. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need?
Questions! How well do you know the others at the school?
I don't know anyone else who displays the skill you do. Well, perhaps Gao, but he lacks discipline. That is why he still wears the robes of a junior student, despite his ability.
Huh.
Dawnstar would be next, with few able to match her delicate moves. Beyond that, the only other person I know well is Smiling Mountain, the sparring master.
Oh, sorry. Just drinking some tea. Some jasmine tea. So what do you think of Dawnstar?
I know she is sensitive to things the rest of us can't see. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. It obviously makes her feel different, and that's not right.
Why do you say that?
I think she was given a gift. Unlike responsibility, it may not always be pleasant, but it's something she should be proud of. It shouldn't isolate her.
Do you have any impressions of Gao?
I have seen his kind in the city. He thinks his family's wealth is a substitute for nobility and is angered when others still see him for what he is, a crass and spoiled bully.
See, in China, the nobility was derived more out of skill and more out of like how your personality was, rather than actually blood hereditary. So yeah, so nobility was usually derived from that. I mean, there was obviously some, blood relative, who you were the son of, who you were the daughter of, that sort of thing. But in China, it was relatively quite balanced, actually, in some regards. Although this is just described, like Romance of the Free Kingdom sort of thing. Anyways, let's continue. How has Smiling Mountain helped you train?
He doesn't come close to Master Li's skill, but Smiling Mountain is good for the younger students. He pairs novices with more advanced students so we can learn.
That's a good idea. And have you heard anything special about me?
I've heard about and seen your skill, but I haven't been here long enough to know much more. Most of the students seem to appreciate your abilities.
Ah. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? No, I'm not gonna be that person. Let's go back to my other questions.
I'll answer what I can.
So, since you're new, I'm interested to hear your thoughts of Master Li.
He is one man and guides his students well. My last school had two masters who feuded all the time. It made learning very difficult.
What style did you study in the Imperial City?
At the Black Leopard School, I learned the bare basics of a style under First Brother Kai, but not enough to say I'd mastered anything more than a few core techniques. I'd demonstrate, but I don't think I even could. Master Li's teachings have been so much more effective that I have forgotten most of what I learned in the capital.
Ah. How do Master Li's skills measure up to your teachers?
He is greatly skilled and tutors his students intently. You especially. My school in the city was mired in politics, not an environment that promotes diligent study.
Let's go back to my other questions.
I'll answer what I can.
So, what do people from the capital think of the Empire?
It's funny, but I still want to look over my shoulder. I have to remember that we are a long way from the ears of the Lotus Assassins.
Oh. So why would you be worried about them?
They're the Emperor's personal guardians. In the Imperial City, they watch everyone and everything, looking for those who would question the course of the Empire.
Oh dear. Why are people questioning the direction of the Empire is
The
taking?
Lotus Assassins visit people who ask a lot of questions.
Ah.
The Emperor hasn't been seen much recently. His advisors run things. They're not gentle.
Bureaucracy. Do you know anything about rumors of ghosts?
There's already enough darkness without making up stories about shadows, in my opinion. You try Lynn. She seems very interested in the ghosts.
Already gotcha. So what can you tell me about other places?
I'm no map maker, but I know the basics of the way the Empire is laid out. What do you want to know?
Everything. Tell me about the Imperial City.
It was a beautiful place to grow up. The brightest minds, the most noble houses, all the greatest warriors gather there. It's truly the most vibrant place in the world.
Aw. Sounds like you miss it.
I'm glad to be here, don't get me wrong. Two Rivers, though, is very peaceful. I'm used to a more hectic pace, I think. It's taking me some time to adjust.
It would. How do you like this area?
Two Rivers is quiet, subdued. This province has a lot of rich agricultural land. Actually, fields cover pretty much everything south of the Great Southern Forest.
What do people from the city tend to think of this area?
They consider farmers uneducated rustics.
Of course
though
they do.
they'd use less polite terms. They'd change their tune if they could see such a skilled tutor as Master Lee out here.
Let's hear about the rest of the Empire.
The Empire is divided into 4 massive provinces. This area, largely agricultural, is the Golden Delta. To the north lies the Seat of Heaven, which holds the Imperial
Seat
City.
of Heaven. That's cool.
In the prosperous east, you can find port cities like the Phoenix Gate. To the west lie the hills of the 6 Holy Scrolls.
Ooh.
I know little about those 2 provinces, though.
That sounds cool. I like this empire. Just so you guys know, 4 in China is a very unlucky number. So 4 provinces might be an unlucky feng shui going on there. Yes, the placement of this empire isn't in line with our feng shui. And what else did he say? He said about what was it? The Seat of Heaven. Yeah, in China, there's a special thing called the Mandate of Heaven. And the Mandate of Heaven, yes, nodding. The Mandate of Heaven it's like a special status that an emperor can claim to be the emperor, essentially. It's how the emperor is seen as the most powerful and the most worthy of all of the kings to become emperor. It's very fascinating if you actually study into it. So I'll go over a bit of Chinese history that I didn't go over in my Civ Let's Play. How do you like this area? No, let's go back to other
answer what I
questions.
can.
I think there's a few more. You're fairly new here. Tell me something about yourself.
I'm honored that you should ask. What do you want to know?
Oh, everything. There's always an everything. What brought you to the school?
The school I attended in the Imperial City was becoming mired in politics.
Yeah.
So my mother sent me out to the country instead. Politics is dangerous, she always said.
Yep. What sort of dangers would the Imperial City have?
Oh, I don't know. It just seems like the city is changing. Strange people, strange machines. These are interesting times. I think she just wanted to know that I'd be safe.
Ah, so he's a mama's boy. What will you do when you're done training?
Well, that won't be for a long time, but I'll probably return to the Imperial City. Perhaps I'll join the Imperial Guard. It's hard to think that far ahead.
Yeah, that's very wise of you. Let's go back to my other question. I don't think we had any more.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
Aw, seems like a nice guy. So that's Wen, and there's just a random student there who doesn't like, what's his name? Gao. Ooh, a book. A book stand. Ooh, auspicious portents. Understanding the stars and the universe is a very important goal. By examining the universe, we can interpret and predict things to come. The sky is where the great dragon was said to dwell, and in his illustrious home, we can see the signs of his effects on creation. Of the observable phenomena, 3 major ones are the most auspicious: comets, the flames of the heavens, passing across the sky, eclipses during which the power of the gods block the sun for brief periods, and falling stars, marking the descent of one of the celestial bureaucracy to the earth. Interesting. So yeah, in Chinese culture, traditionally, it was actually seen that when the sun was when an eclipse was happening, people believed that the sun was being swallowed by a dragon, and a lot of people in ancient history used to pray for the sun's safeful return, because they always knew that it was going to return. So it was kind of like the rebirth of the sun. Very fascinating. But I suppose I'll learn a lot more during this as well. So a scroll stand. Can I click on it? I can. Harmonic combinations. To fight without thought is suicide. The path to victory is laid out one step at a time, each ahead of your opponents. Ah, so that's Sagacious Tien, and that was the first emperor. Harmonic combinations demand the use of two styles in rapid succession. The first must be of the class called Support, the second from the class known as Martial. Timing is the key. Begin with a focused disabling effect and follow quickly with a powerful barehanded blow. The two actions working in concert will create a harmonic channel in your chi and wreak havoc upon the foe. Ah, interesting. Bit of a kind of musical, yeah, like a spiritual musical flow. You must be swift, as the window to create the harmony is limited. Disable your foe, close swiftly as you change style, and strike with all available force. Let nothing stand in your way, but beware. Opponents of great strength may possess the training to resist this technique. The fort will guide you to victory. Harmonic combinations will ensure the journey is swift. Nice. We'll get some experience. So yeah, I will read through a few of those. Probably all of them, unless they're really... Well, no, I will read them all. Alright, Jing Wu.
Always good to see you wandering the school. You're the best among us, after all. So it makes everyone train a little harder when you're around. The tricky part is making sure we're emulating you, not hoping to take you down a peg. You should think carefully before bruising the tender egos around here.
Well, I don't plan to.
Oh, did I tell you to see Master Li when you have a chance? I'm not taking the blame if you forget.
Oh, okay. So Jing Wu, and that's the guy we faced first. Ah, this is Smiling Mountain.
I thought Master Li would have your attention for the rest of the day. It is good to see you.
Oh.
I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit from your experience. A strong opponent is the best trainer.
That's a very good point. Can I ask you some things about the school?
I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves.
Tell me about the philosophies you mentioned.
Master Li is very strict about what is taught here, because martial skill is a pathway to great power, and that holds certain risks. It is not just good over evil. Few things in life are that simple. The common way to say it is, do you follow the way of the open palm or the closed fist?
Ah, I'm not sure.
A term for the high path, or perhaps the way of restraint and harmony. Many aspire to it, but few achieve it. It is a path of resisting tyranny.
Ah.
Of course, the source of that tyranny varies. It is just as dangerous coming from without as within.
Ah. Give me examples.
Tyranny from external sources is easy to find and fight. Defending those who cannot defend themselves is a reasonable example. But when your abilities are so much greater than those around you, there is the temptation to set everything right by might alone. That is tyranny from within.
Ah, very clever. Sometimes conflict cannot be avoided. I don't know. I think it could, but...
True, but that can become a convenient excuse. Eventually you may decide that even direct violence is too inefficient for someone of your strength. It is a small leap from there to enforcing your will so that the crime never takes place. Suddenly you are the oppressor, when all you wanted to do was make things right.
Yeah.
This way of the open palm is not without its hidden dangers, despite the best of intentions.
Ah, I see. Tell me about the way of the closed fist.
It is the low path, the way of aggression and discord. A misunderstood path often misused by those who wish to justify a thuggish nature. It is not as simple as crushing your enemies or as mindless as terrorizing the weak. It is a mindset born of impatience, of imposing your will.
So, what is it if it is not evil?
An evil man might ignore a plea for help because he does not care, but that shows a disconnection with the world. That is not part of the way. A man on the low path might also ignore that plea, but he would do so because that person should demonstrate they are fit to survive on their own.
Ah. So what is the difference? The person dies each time?
The difference is in the details. That same man might help if the odds are unreasonable. He might also do it to incur favor. There is thought in his actions. He is not a mindless killer, but he may let strength decide what course is best. That is why it is a dangerous path. It can so easily be misinterpreted.
Yeah. Does this have any practical effect?
You are the sum of your actions. The harmony or discord that you sow will weigh on your shoulders as surely as any physical yoke. But there can be advantages. Certain forms of attack inherently lean toward one extreme or the other. They have a rhythm that resonates within you.
Ah.
You may find that some attacks perform better if you are more intent on causing discord. How you use this is for you to discover and decide.
Ah, very interesting. Well
I
then.
am charged with giving whatever instruction I can.
Alright, so I want to ask about someone specific.
Who are you interested in?
Everyone.
Master Li is a private man, and I will not presume to speak for him. His interest in you surpasses the care of any master I have known. He must see great potential in you.
Any master he has known, eh? Tell me about Gao.
I'd rather not. He is impatiently traveling the low path, and I long ago abandoned him to it. He is reckless, and he neither seeks nor wants my guidance.
Oh dear.
As young as he is, Gao has impressive skill. Master Li has tried to restrain him, but I know how far he has gone. He wields powerful energies, but has the temper of a child.
So, where did he learn this if Master Li will not teach it?
Master Li has taught the base of such techniques to you and others. Mastering Qi is important for any student here, but he also demands control. Gao's father most likely tutored him. By all that I have heard, both are impatient and spoiled. They can be provoked into explosive outbursts.
Oh man. So Master Li, did we ask this question? Did I ask this question? Nah, so he told us he was a very private man. What do you know about Dawnstar?
Only what she lets me know. A very private woman, despite spending so long in the school. You probably know her as well as anyone does. She has great skill, but a reluctance to use it. If she were to let go, she could be very powerful. Perhaps that is what she fears.
So, I want to ask about you.
If you wish, but only introspection reveals true insight. I used to call the trading center of Phoenix Gate my home, but I am settled here. I have nothing to go back to.
Nah. Why did you leave Phoenix Gate?
It is not important. Suffice to say that I prefer this little village to the temptations of a greater city. Enough about me. What else can I do for you?
Oh. How long have you taught here?
It has been several years since I arrived in Two Rivers. I was surprised to find a teacher of Master Li's ability so far out on the borderlands. It was a fortuitous accident. I have studied the martial arts all my life, and serve your master as I am able. He is devoted to your training, and needs someone to assist the other students.
Fair enough. So.
I am charged with giving...
Yep. We know. What kind of items and additional training do you sell? Do you sell? He sells stuff?
Ah, yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities.
Oh.
The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger, or better able to focus your mind or magic.
Ah. Show me what you have. Why is there a fee?
Training has worth, and Master Li allows me to collect a small fee to reinforce this. Travel outside Two Rivers and you will find my prices are quite reasonable.
Oh, I see. You're not teaching new styles then?
No, I try to improve base abilities, but through the basics that Master Li has instilled. When you have the opportunity, I'm sure you will pick up new styles quickly.
Well, I am the chosen one. Show me what you have.
Let's see what you can learn.
I don't think I have any money though. So, okay. So, yeah, no money. So there's the belly of iron. So that gives +3 health and -1 chi. Ah, interesting. Ah, I see. So there's different things you can get, but they might decrease other things. All right. Well, we can't do anything right now. We don't have anything to sell. That's cool. You can collect items though. All right. Let's try and find. Let's go try and find Gao. Oh, right. This is the back area. Nice. So is Gao in this area, or has he, buggered off? The school gate. Oh, nice. Just opens. Going exploring. Going back down to the waterfall. Going exploring. Going across a little bridge to find a few people. Girl.
Dawnstar's garden is peaceful, even when she's not here.
Oh.
Owo sayir uyukap wo tarawayir shatir owo.
Regarding her garden, press attack button to close. Okay then. Alrighty then. Hello.
Greetings, fellow student. The gate is closed for now, and I am tasked with keeping it so.
Can't you do me a favor?
Master Lee has asked that no students leave the school until the morning meditations are concluded.
Ah, very well. Could I ask you some questions?
Please do not. This is the first task I have been given, and I don't want to get distracted.
Very well. If you're guarding this gate, let's make sure you know how to defend it. No. Oh. Ah. Okay.
What do you mean? Some sort of test? Ask me anything. I am ready to try.
Okay. What are the main classifications of style, student? How does your chi affect combat? Okay, we'll do this first.
Wait, I know this. Yes. It's weapon, martial, support, transformation, and magic. Weapon and martial styles are pretty self-explanatory. Support styles allow you to paralyze, slow, or otherwise hamper your foes. Magic styles allow you to use your chi to control the elements, while transformation styles allow you to assume the form of creatures or even demons.
Whoa.
I'm only repeating what I have learned in my time here, senior student, but that was one of the first things I memorized.
So there must be a lot of students here if they haven't met, like, everyone. So how does your chi affect combat?
Chi is our internal magical energy. Is that it? Yes. And we can use our chi to hasten the healing process of superficial wounds.
Ah.
Additionally, chi can be used to strengthen our blows, making the most of each strike.
Aha.
I'm sure that's right. I can't channel my chi like you and Dawnstar yet, but one day.
One day. What are the main... Okay, so we've done that. What do you know of Master Lee?
Of his history? Nothing. He is supposed to be a great master, but I just arrived, so I know very little about him.
Ah.
I wish I knew more, senior student, but that is all I can answer about our master.
Alright. So... Very good. That will be all.
Oh, good. I mean, yes, thank you, senior student, for the chance to answer your questions.
Thank you.
Master Lee was looking to speak with you, wasn't he? After he left me here, he went back to his house in the center of the school, if you're looking for him.
Well, I'm going to get to him soon, but I wanted to do a bit of exploring first. Oh, what's this? You meditate and restore your focus. Oh, cool. That's interesting. So you can meditate as well. Oh, that's nice. So, the inner self. The great wheel of life turns eternal, bringing one through life into death, then back around again into life. Though the new life is always different, the core essence, the spirit of a person remains the same. This spirit, breathed into each person, is eternal. To achieve harmony with the universe, one must perfect their harmony with the spirit. Indeed, the spirit in each individual is a reflection of that greater universe. It is a reflection of the wheel of life and the great dragon that created it. Ah, I'd like to meet this great dragon. Yes, get some Dragon Balls. We can totally do it. And this focuses my spirit. Yep. Ah, this is fonts, right? Just like in Dragon Age. So yeah, I'll probably play through Dragon Age as well sometime. Alright, we're all out of time, guys, so I'm going to end this episode here. If you guys want me to do longer episodes or shorter episodes, just let me know in the comments, because right now I'm currently set to do 25-minute episodes, but it looks like this game could probably go for a bit longer. So yeah, you guys let me know, and I will see you next episode. Tally ho till then.